talk about Novo Nordisk. That's launched Wegovy. It's a GLP-1 therapy, which is based on semaglutide in India for the treatment of obesity. So this is the one that everyone has been waiting for, with 40% plus Indians classified as overweight. This is Indian adults that I'm talking about. The country's GLP-1 weight loss market is projected to exceed $350 million by 2030. This launch actually marks a significant milestone in Indian healthcare. So Indians, Novo Nordisk's semaglutide drug Wegovy is here. In fact, Ekta caught up with Vikram Shroritya, who's the managing director and corporate vice president of Novo Nordisk India, and spoke about, most importantly, the pricing structure plans and a lot more. Listen in.
What we have done is we have tried having a smart pricing, or you can call it a smart pricing band. So to start with 0.25, we have actually priced it at rupees 17,345. When you come to 0.5, now there is no increase in the price. We have kept it at 17,345. For 1 milligram, again, it's the same price, and they are packed differently. Then it comes to the 1.7 milligram, it is 24,218, and 2.4 milligram is priced at 26,015. So the first three initial stents are actually priced at the same level, so that when the patient initiates, they can actually do the titration upwards without pinching on their pocket.
Okay. But do you think that you need to get more competitive when it comes to pricing, especially because we do have that patent cliff which is looming in March 2026? We are going to see competition, generic competition, come into the Indian market just in the span of less than a year.
I think what we have priced is we have priced it for innovation at this point of a time, and it is rightly priced for India. And if you really see many of the countries, across the world, we have really priced it at a level where we have kept the same pricing for all the three stents. When we will have the generic competition coming in, I think we might have to see and evaluate a scenario, what should be the accessibility point and what is the competitive, pricing which is going to be there in the market.
Okay, all right. But how do you plan to challenge the kind of competition that we will probably see in March 2026? Considering how price sensitive a market India is, we are going to see a lot of genericization probably of these weight loss drugs of this particular molecule.
And I think, we really respect the Indian industry. I think they have a game to play in terms of the healthcare space, and they are really doing the justice. Now, when it comes to the time when they launch their molecule, this is something, it's a natural course of any medication that they go under the expiry of the patent. So this is not something new. And just to let you know that we have been offering human insulin and insulins in India. They are one of the largest categories out of patent, and there have been many, many players across India who have actually launched and who are offering their products in the insulin market. But still, we have 1 out of 2 patients who are on insulin, they actually take Novo Nordisk insulin. Those are peptides, and semaglutide is also a peptide in injectable form. So I think they will have their play. They might also serve the need of the Indian patients, but we also believe that being first in the market and with our credibility, our trust over a period of time, we would be able to lead the obesity fight in India.
Is Wegovy going to be imported into the Indian market, or is there any kind of local manufacturing?
Yeah, you are absolutely. No,
so there's no local manufacturing right now?
We are going to import and No, right now we don't have plans for any local manufacturing. We have actually invested more than $20 billion in terms of APIs as well as fill and finish. And I think we have economy of scale to really produce for the world. And we will be currently importing it from headquarters.
Any plans in terms of a distribution tie-up, at least with Indian pharmaceutical companies? The reason I ask is that they have more feet on the ground. It becomes probably a little more, cost-effective for MNCs such as yours to probably tie up with an Indian company, at least for distribution. Anything on the cards?
I think, while some of the players talk about the collaboration now, we have had collaborations for more than 3 decades for manufacturing as well as for distribution, which is with Abbott distribution. Now, this is something which we know, but we also know at this point of a time that we are one of the strongest player when it comes to metabolic diseases. And we have really done the justice when it comes to insulin, when we have launched the oral semaglutide. So at this point of a time, we will be launching ourselves. But should there be a need in future, I think there is never say no, and we will evaluate the scenario and see if there is a chance to join the partnership.
Have you spoken to any Indian pharmaceutical companies as yet?
Not as of now.
Why not Ozempic?
Yeah, in India, we have already launched oral semaglutide. And when we see the Indian diabetes care market, predominantly 3 out of 4 patients take oral treatment. And that is the reason in 2022, we launched oral semaglutide, and which has been accepted very well by the Indian patient population and also by the doctors. Now, for obesity, we really have the pleasure of launching injectable semaglutide in 5 strengths. That's 0.25, 0.5, 1 milligram, 1.7 milligram, and 2.4 milligram. This addresses the real need for the obese population. As you just now said, the adult population, 40% are actually overweight or obese. This amounts to more than 250 million people. So this is really a milestone movement for us to bring the access of this innovative products to arrest obesity in India.
Okay, but oral semaglutide, which is basically Rybelsus, the drug which is already being sold by Novo Nordisk in India for type 2 diabetes, the efficacy is supposed to be less than the injection. Data indicates that it's around 3 to 5% versus the injection, which is much greater, which goes into early teens as well. So give us an indication on why exactly wouldn't you launch the injection, which has more efficacy for type 2 diabetes then?
No, I think we have seen the efficacy of oral semaglutide as much as injectable in type 2 diabetes. Whereas for obesity, it goes from 0.25 to 2.4 milligram, much more higher titration for the weight loss, wherein 20% weight loss is seen in 1 in 3 individuals who have actually taken this medication. Now, having said this, we are also testing it out, the oral semaglutide in higher strengths also for the obesity. So when it comes to the lower strength, I think both the injectable and oral are efficacious.
Right, well, thanks a lot for that, Ekta, with that conversation. Wegovy finally coming to India.